Hi, welcome to the world of colors. I'm Colors. Today we're going to make the Pilgrim children. I have the little boy and the little girl right here, and we're going to be making them today to complete our Pilgrim series. This will be the last video, and we'll get started in just a moment. So what we're going to be using to make the Pilgrim children, we're going to be using poly pellets, some hairspray, some paper ribbon. I get this on Amazon. It comes in a set of like 12 colors on Amazon, this paper ribbon. So some berries, some blush and a blush brush, some sunflowers from Dollar Tree, some black men's crew socks from Dollar Tree. They're made by Juncture. They come 2 pairs in a package. And we're going to be using some 2.5 inch long by 2 inch wide pieces of faux fur for her ponytail. So you'll need 2 of those. And then 1 2 by 2 inch piece of faux fur for his beard. And then we'll need a 3.5 inch long by 2.5 inch wide piece of faux fur for the girl's hair. I made a little bow here with some off-white fleece. We're going to be using that for the back of her apron. And then you're going to need a scrap piece of like this mustard color yellow. Little tiny piece like that for the buckle on his hat. And then for his collar, you're going to need a 3.5 inch square piece of off-white fleece or felt, whichever you have. And then for the apron, you're going to need a 5 inch wide by 7 inch long piece. For her hat, you'll need a 6 inch long by 3.5 inch wide piece for the hat. This is folded. There we go. And then you need a scrap piece of the off-white fleece for the bow on the hat. So it's just a small little 2 inch by 2 inch piece of scrap. And a scrap piece for the pockets, a little small piece. And for the collar, you'll need a 1.5 inch piece by a 2 inch piece. And then one more piece I have here is 13 inches long by a 1/2 inch wide for the apron ties. Then we're going to use these 1 inch wood balls that I have painted in a petal pink right here by Tester's Craft Paint. I just glued the wood balls to the stir stick and then painted them with the fan brush with the petal pink. And they're not finished yet, but that's how far I've gotten on with them so far. So, and then we'll need a little bit of polyester fiber fill, about this much. And a 5.5 inch black felt hat from Joann's. And some jute. And your glue gun and glue sticks or scissors. And I think that's about it. So I'll be back in a moment after I clear my table off and we'll get started. So what you want to do first is to take out your black crew sock and to cut it across the heel like this. Oops. And save the top part for another project. And then we'll take the bottom part and we're going to fill it up, and so we have a 5.5 inch tall body. And we're going to fasten it with a rubber band and tie it with some jute. Now I'll do mine and I'll be right back with you. So I've got my body all filled up and I put the rubber band and the jute on there. And then I was working on the 6 wood balls that I showed you, the 1 inch balls. So they're painted with the pale pink, and then you take the hairspray and spray them. And you put some blush on there. Give them a little color. And then you just put another coat of spray on there and let them dry. And I'll be right back with you. So I've got the nose glued on. I popped the nose off the stir stick and glued it on the little stub here. And it's all set up. So we want to put the apron. So you take the 5-inch wide by 7-inch long piece of off-white fleece. And we're going to put that so it comes right to the front here, right, touches the surface. And then we're going to cut it so it can go right over the nose. Like that. And I'll just glue that down on both sides. Keep it in place. And I'll be right back. So the next thing I'm going to do is take that tie, the 13-inch long by 1/2 inch wide piece. And I'm going to cut it in half. Put a little glue on the end here. And we're working on the back of her right here. We'll just tie this. Real tight. And then just clip those off. Like that. And then take this little ball that I made with the same type of piece. Like a foot long piece of the off-white fleece. And then just glue that right on there. For the back of her apron. And I'll be right back with you. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting the hands on. I just popped another wood ball off the stir stick. And I'm going to put it right where the apron tie is, right there on that side. And then when that sets up a little bit, I'll put the one on the other side and I'll be right back with you. Now I've got this little piece of scrap here. It's about 3 by 2, just a little scrap piece of the off-white. And I wanted to make a couple pockets for this apron. So I'm just going to fold it in half. And just cut some pockets here. And then we're going to start on her hair. You want to take the 3.5 inch long by 2.5 inch wide piece of faux fur. And we're just going to take it and fold it down. Take that hair and put it inside. And then fold it down like that. You can see how I have it folded like that. And we'll just put some glue across there and lay that right down like that. I just kind of rolled it together. And then I want to take the hairspray and it's going to need to dry a minute. Get that all like that. We're just trying to make it look like a wig almost. I guess it is a little wig. I'm going to let that dry and I'll be right back with you. Now I'm getting ready to glue this little wig that we've made onto the top of her nose here. We'll just glue it on like that. And then I'm going to glue it on the sides. And I'll hold that for a couple minutes and I'll be right back with you. So what I'm working on now is putting the ponytails on the back. So here's the little wig that we made. It's all attached. But I've left the back open for the ponytails. So I made the first little ponytail. It looks like this. And I'm going to make another one. We're going to take that paper ribbon Now we have two of the ponytails. We're going to glue them up underneath this wig. We're on the back of the little Pilgrim here. We'll put some glue on here and tuck it up here on the one side. We'll tuck in the other side. And then I'll glue down the back. And I'll let that set up. Be right back with you. So this is how the hair turned out in the back. Turned out really nice. And I'm taking out the 6 inch by 3.5 inch wide piece of off-white fleece for the hat. So we're going to take that and fold it in half. You just want to cut around the edges to make your shape. Like that. And then we're going to glue them together. Just go right on the outside edge. And I'm going to have to take a minute and let that set up. Now what I'm going to do is turn the hat right side out. Just a tiny little hat. Put a little polyester fiber fill in there. And what I'm going to do is try to do this from behind here. We'll just go ahead and put some glue around the edge all the way around the inside. Like that. And then we'll set it where we want it. I'm just pressing it down all the way around. And I'm going to hold that for a couple minutes. So I took this little piece of scrap and I folded it in half. And I'm making a little bow for the hat. So I'm just going to cut it like that. Make a little bow and glue it to the front of the hat. Looks like a little bow tie. Then we want to put on the flower, the sunflower from Dollar Tree. They come in a package of 6. Put that on there. I'm going to cut another piece of fleece. My last piece of fleece for her is 1.5 inch by 2 inches. And I'm going to make a couple of pieces, cut a couple pieces out of it to make her collar. So I'll just fold it in half. And I'm just going to cut along the edges. And then we'll put these on for the collar. Like that. That's how they're going to go. Let's get some glue on there. And then I want to put some berries on there. And she's all finished. See if I can turn her around to show you the completed little pilgrim girl. She turned out real nice. And I'll be back in just a moment and we'll talk about the boy. So what you have to do to put the boy together is just make your body like you made for the girl. Same 5.5 inch body with your poly pellets. And then you want to go ahead and put your nose on your little stub that you'll have there. And then you want to put your beard on. You want to cut a slit in your beard, your 2 by 2 inch beard. And put that beard on there. And then you can put your back collar on, which is a 3.5 inch square. Just put that on the back here. It's and then you can put your hat, glue your hat all around on the inside and just set it down on top of the nose and the hair. And it's real easy to make the boy. And that's how he turns out. I'll be right back with you. So that's how you make the boy and girl pilgrim gnomes. And this is what they look like in the end. This was the Papa Pilgrim and the Mama Pilgrim. And if you like this video, make sure to like. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.